what I understand, Donna was responsible for an awful lot in her role, as you'd expect from somebody in that role at an organisation the size of Tottenham, from being executive director in charge of staff, in charge of. When you look across the board, when you look at what a lot of supporters were most frustrated with the club, you look at perhaps the wages to ratio turnover of Tottenham. We're the lowest in the Premier League. So in terms of our turnover, what we spend on wages is the lowest in the Premier League. But when you look at the wages that directors were being paid, is the highest in the league. So there's clearly an issue there. Now, Donna was at the club for 20 years as Daniel's second-hand woman, if you like, the second in charge. So you would expect that she was largely responsible for a lot of that, rightly or wrongly. There'll be people who agree with it, be people who disagree with that. So it's so there's that side of it. Whether or not we'll see a change in transfer strategy, we just don't know. I guess we'll start to find out what Daniel's in charge of and what Donna was in charge of if we see any issues. I was always quite critical of I work in comms and marketing. I was always a bit critical of the way the club would deal with some issues in comms. I know the comms team at Tottenham are very good, the media team at Spurs very good, but I used to think that strategically the club got itself into a lot of bother with its communication strategy. That, for example, I had a bit of a Don and I had a bit of a row in 2023 when Conte was sacked, and then they put Paratisi on the screen on Sky Sports talking about Conte's dismissal and the next steps. And the next day, FIFA made Paratisi's ban in football worldwide, and we had a director of football that was banned from football a day after he'd been speaking to the media about our sacked managers.